I think it's the greatest turnaround in the history of the sport. And his whole mantra has been production over potential. And that's a great thing for working the portal. But a lot of the guys, particularly the guys he got from James Madison in the portal, he first evaluated their potential. Elijah Surratt was at an FCS school that is currently transitioning to Division III, I think. And then Signetti found him, brought him to James Madison, and here he is. And a lot of these guys, I think there were 13 of them, a lot of these guys have been All Big Ten, All America, Rose Bowl defensive MVP, D'Angelo Pons. So I think Indiana is talented. I think they're really talented. And your point about them being old is a great one. I think they have 28 guys in their final season of eligibility, fourth most in the country. So he's followed that idea of have guys who produce, who have reached a lot of their potential, or at least are on their way to it. They have matured physically, they're mature emotionally, therefore they do their jobs, they execute. And Thamel told me that a scout described them early in the season. This was actually before the first Oregon game. A scout described them as execution monsters. That's what they are, man. They don't miss a hand placement on a block. They don't take a false step. They don't commit penalties. They don't put the ball on the ground. They just, and they're talented. When you say things like that, it sounds like a backhanded swipe. They're talented. They've got the Heisman Trophy winner at quarterback, who's going to be the #1 pick in the draft, I think, regardless of what happens tonight. That's what I would do anyway. So it's, I think they're really, really talented. They don't have the recruiting stars. Right. And I don't know that they have the same explosive guys that Miami has, like a Malachi Toney or something like that. And I think their offensive line's really good and terrific as a unit. Do they have Maui Noah? Maybe not, that kind of thing. But I think if that's what it ends up being, that'll be a great game. And Oregon certainly a formidable opponent as well.